Hey everyone, my name is Joanne Vena, V-E-N-A. Joanne with an E on the end.
Thank you.
I'm going to read my remarks so I can stay within time. When I moved to the 41st Ward 10 years ago, it was to my surprise I was told that the school in my attendance area was overcrowded. I had a preschooler who would have no access to full-day kindergarten because of this issue. Today, with a kid graduating from Edison in June, I still see that dire overcrowding happening in this ward, and Mr. Dispenza's charts confirm this for me. The 41st Ward needs improvements to improve the education of every child who wishes to go to public school in this area. Consolidating Edison with another school is not a long-term solution for the Northwest Side. Given the size of the building that contains Edison currently, when this building is given to the neighborhood, if it's not the phase-in process, it will be no less than 80% capacity the day it opens. And I suspect, as a neighborhood, you will start to see more temporary classrooms as stopgap measures, as we've seen in other schools in this area. It's ridiculous. I ask that Mr. Duncan and Mr. Williams start looking out for the 41st Ward. We need capital funds that the school board can release in overcrowded areas. I understand that the state legislature does not give us money, but they are finding millions upon millions of dollars to build in other areas of the city. We need a new building. And we need a new building that can exist in the 41st Ward. And with all due respect, Alderman, we have, and Mr. Doherty, why not TIF funds? There are TIF funds in Saguenash. There are TIF funds to build Whole Foods. Why not TIF funds for the 41st Ward? I think you have to try harder. I recently attended a press conference with Mayor Daley at a school downtown. He looked at the reporters dead in the face and said, "Why don't you talk about the good things that happen in Chicago public schools?" Edison is one of the great things that Chicago has going for it for over 20 years. It encourages great family involvement, it encourages to meet the needs of every child that walks in the door, and it encourages teacher collaboration so we get the instructional capacity we need for Chicago public school students. It is a model for what a community school should be, even though we take kids in from many parts of the city. This is a community school. There is an outright misconception by the CPS board right now that you can take a gifted school, pick it up, and plop it anywhere, and it's going to be the same school. It will be, we will feel impacts from this move. As a person who is an educational advocate, I have seen relocation and consolidation in Chicago public schools happen in recent years. It's never easy. It's a messy business. It's done rapidly on that 10-week, 12-week vacation that we have in the summer. It stinks. And from personal experience, I've seen it take years to rebuild the trust, rebuild the relationships, and rebuild the fluency that a quality education requires for every child. Is the quality education for our particular students at Edison Regional Gifted Center any different than any other public school? I think not. Edison does not want to move. It's not going to help the 41st Ward for these 274 children to go somewhere else. And you're fooling yourselves if you think it is.
Ms. Via, and you have 4 minutes.
I have one more sentence.
You have 4 minutes.
So please, Mr. Duncan, take Edison off this consolidation, relocation list, call it whatever you want. Take us off the list. Please sit down with a representative group of parents that live in this community, including Edison parents, and draft a real plan that's going to solve this issue of overcrowding as we know it, as we all know it who are sitting in this room. If there is goodwill from this board, then there's a way to solve this issue for everyone. But CPS has to be a willing and open-minded and receptive participant in this dialogue. Thank you.